Okay.
Question 9.
Ooh. Okay. So this is from the John 8 video. And this person said, well, allegedly, Judas was the only of the disciples who understood Jesus and fulfilled his destiny. According to the newly rediscovered Gospel of Judas. Why newly rediscovered? So it was discovered and then it got rediscovered.
That's fishy.
The
straight up answer is Judas, or the Gospel of Judas, is a forgery, and it's not included in the canon of the Bible.
So the Bible is full of canons.
No, not that type of canon. You know, like when they say something is canon in a story?
Yes, yes.
It's the main story. For example, Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
That's the original trilogy, but other stories, side stories that may have happened between Episode 5 and 6 are not canon. They're just side stories. They're not the main focus. And Gospel of Judas is a forgery. They actually did research on it with the ink that it dates back to, I think, 300 AD or the 3rd century AD.
Yeah, 3rd century AD.
And it was therefore a forgery of documentation, and it's a false gospel because if Judas Iscariot wrote this, how? Because he died before the crucifixion. And also the gospel means Jesus died for you and he rose from the dead. And how could Judas have written that if he died before the crucifixion?
Rising, that part, that's a fishy part because it's not supposed to be included. But he knew that Jesus was going to die, and then he killed himself before Jesus was dead.
But here's the thing: the disciples struggled to understand what Jesus was saying when he said, "I'm going to die."
Yeah, and that's the other thing. And we said that the devil possessed.
He
Judas.
influenced Judas
Heavily.
Yes.
Put in the prompts, the IT codes, brainwashed, whatever you want to call it. It has been executed. Execution.
Yeah. So I don't believe in the Gospel of Judas. There are other false Gospels as well, like the Gospel of Thomas, Philip, or Mary. The true ones are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, because they have a lot of parallels with each other, and they did a lot of research.
How do we know when something is false and when something is true with the scriptures?
I believe...
Just by reading it.
Okay, if the text denies that Jesus is Christ, then it's false. Okay. But if it accepts that, yes, Jesus is the anointed Savior, then it's true, because the entire Bible is about Jesus being the Savior. If it denies that, then it's false. And this person saying that Judas was allegedly the only disciple to fulfill his destiny, I don't agree with it, because Peter, even though he denied him 3 times, Jesus asked him 3 times, "Do you love me?" And then Peter says, "Lord, you know I love you." And shortly after, Peter started the church and he preached to Gentiles. He fulfilled his destiny. And all the other disciples, all of them died for their faith.
So it shows that it's not too late to restore your relationship with God. Absolutely. Or to begin a new relationship with God if you have not.
Absolutely. Or even if you're in a relationship with Him and you mess up while knowing Him, He can still restore you and work through you.
Boom.
Boom. That's why I love Peter's story.
It's really cool, yeah.
He's such a real, authentic, relatable character.
Because we all just mess up, but yet
exactly
God is there with open arms.
That's so true, and I think Peter's one of the best examples of portraying that. And I like doing character studies with the Bible as well, not just reading the story, but you study the character and how you relate. So I truly believe that Judas was not the only one to fulfill his destiny. It is sad that he did fulfill his destiny of betraying Jesus and that he died. He committed suicide. And Jesus actually said there that it's better for him to have never been born.
That
was a rough statement.
But that's also a foreshadowing of the condemnation when he comes back.
I think...
if you think about that...
Oh, yeah.
It is a foreshadow in a sense.
Ooh. Yeah, because when he comes back after everybody else got resurrected and met him in the air, there will be a judgment with the righteous and the wicked. And then whoever denied Jesus, whoever didn't believe in him, he would say, "I never knew you."
And I never knew you is also because he's the creator. It's also basically saying you were never born. If you think
I'm
about,
not sure about
or
the never
not,
born part.
but or it would have.
I think Jesus said it was so bad what
Yeah.
was going to happen that it would have been better if he had not existed.
Yeah, but it's also if you think about it, so also I think in a sense the human part that maybe spoke because it's like I don't really want to die.
Yeah.
But back to the question that I had about how do you know about if it's true or not for the text by reading it. If there's a lot of parallels and interlinking and they agree with each other, I think you've mentioned that the other day. Then you know, okay, because it adds more validity to the story. Because if there's only just one and it doesn't agree with the others, or nothing hidden side quests or something happening in there, then
It's like when you go watch a rugby game at the stadium. We go watch it, and there's two other friends as well. You say that the guy with the red shirt, he did the final try. Had die laaste 3 gedruk. And then they won the game. I said it was player number 3. The other guy said the player's name. The other one said the one who ran the fastest. He won the game.
Yeah.
We're telling different details, but we tell the same message that they won the rugby game. And the same with the gospel. Even though those 4 give different details, there are definitely parallels.
Okay.
That's a way to put it. And Judas has a few reasons why it is definitely not legitimate. One of the reasons I just want to end off with is the moral issues. The text appears to be editorializing on modern moral issues such as priestly scandals, depicting priests sleeping with women and sacrificing children, which may indicate a lack of historical authenticity. And those things are not in the true Gospels.
Yeah.
And it just shows that even back then, people tried to fake the good news.
Yeah, the enemy is working and never sleeping.
And the thing is, therefore, the Gospel of Judas is definitely a fake. I reject it. And
reject.
I reject
Denied.
it. I deny
Just put the GTA denied. Takes over.
Oh, okay. I get it now.